no question. You were when a motherfucker hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, they woke up, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the.
Y'all fake it till y'all make it. Y'all fake it till y'all make it. What y'all do, man? Y'all don't want to fight. Y'all don't want to fight.
We don't want to fight. We can make it happen.
We can make it happen. We can definitely make it happen.
You're on the zone, man.
Don't talk. My thing is like, yo, y'all do all this, but y'all don't really want to fight.
Can we do it right here on the zone?
Yo, we can do it anywhere. We can do it ESPN, the zone. It don't matter. It don't matter. Yo, y'all belt should be on that, man.
That don't mean nothing. When you finish with Kambosos,
y'all hold that belt. I'm surprised y'all ain't bring it today.
I'm surprised y'all ain't bring it today.
January. Let's do that.
Right
back to back.
Are we gonna fight in the zone?
Look at y'all. Look at y'all. What you talking about? Yo, I'm definitely, oh man, I eat shit, bro. I eat shit. I'm hungry. I eat with my motherfucking hands. I eat with my motherfucking hands.
Are we doing it?
I eat with my motherfucking hands. No. I just want to let him know. I just want to let them know what I'm all about. I just want to what's up?
Let's make it
happen. You don't want to do it.
Do that shit inside.
You don't want to do it. Cause I ain't pussy, nigga. Never been. Not on my blood. Never been, bro. I'm from nigga. Yo, you been fed from a silver spoon your whole life. I know that shit. Hell yeah. Sign the fucking contract. Nobody, bro. What contract? What happened to the meeting with Bob? 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 Exactly. What happened to the meeting? Yo, anybody, what the fuck? We don't test me. Win. You know that? Win. Anytime. Anytime, bro. What's wrong with recording you? All right, yo, on everything. Anytime.
What's the deal?
Come on, man.
What's the deal? Come on, man.
Excuse me. Let me go.
I ain't pussy. Nah, bro. Never been. Never been.
Give us a manual check on it.
I check with your father because he the boss of that, nigga.
He's the boss. Shake on it with him. I run my company with him. He run my company. He run exactly. He run it. Shake on it.
You ain't running shit, bro. Come on, bro. We run shit, bro. You ain't got no partnership with nobody. We got partnership with people.
I know that's how you want to do it.
Who you with?
I know that's all that shit. This shit is whack. This shit right here is whack.
After
It's whack, bro.
Kambosos, he shook on it. If you Dr. Kambosos on the zone,
We'll fucking take you on that shit.
That's crazy. You handle your business with Kambosos.
Back it up.
Let's do this shit. Watch this shit. When I knock this nigga out, watch this shit. How y'all gonna
I don't want you guys stepping up to us after we fucking knock your ass out.
All right.
Yeah, of course we gonna put them on the line, motherfucker. And we're putting shit that's real. They're so retarded, man. I mean, nobody knows shit about boxing, man. You know, like Triple G and Canelo and all these guys, they're bums, bro. They're bums. You know what I'm saying? They're bums, bro.
No, but
because
let me ask you.
they gotta go in the inside to throw their punches and connect. You know why you think Floyd destroyed Canelo? Nah? Because Canelo's an inside fighter. Lomachenko's an inside fighter. All these guys, Triple G can't do nothing unless he's inside. All these guys are inside fighters. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you stand still and you're faster than them, you're quicker than them, you're smarter than them, and you know what they're gonna do before they do it, they freeze. That's what we call it. The phrase is freeze.
Push the weight and no flex. Push the weight and no flex.
But one of these kids is doing his own thing. Now it's time to play our game. It's time to play our game.
I ain't want no fighters in here today. My brother Marco's here. Stormy got the link. Salute to everybody in the chat. Let me say what's up to the family. We got Chi-Town's finest salute. How you feel, brother? Dwayne Jones, bless up from ATL. Mark Wunderlich, Ratchet since 91. B Cherry, all around strong. 88 Sports Talk. Dr. Professor, Duke Todd, Rob Sportsman Lee. Yahweh, salute. Rob Sportsman Lee. Ketty Peeps, Alvin Davis, Ad Solo, Duke Todd, Johnny Q, Jay Walk, Steve Elder Mac, MP, what the fuck? Woke the truth. A kind dude. What up? Brooklyn born. Salute. Smash the like button. Marco, what up, brother?
What's up? How you doing?
Chilling, baby. Chilling. Yeah, man. Tad Lawson, salute. Yeah, it's lightweight. This whole fiasco with Devin Haney, it is spun out of control. And I know what people heard today as far as Top Rank is concerned. A lot of people are looking at that as bad news. Not me. I'm going to tell you why. I firmly believe, because it's a co-promotion type of thing. I firmly believe, Tay, what up? I believe that Bill and Devin wouldn't go over there. It's a co-promotion situation. The only thing that they got out of that situation is the 3-fight deals. 2 with Kambosos and the Shemaine, what up? And the Lomachenko fight. There goes Stormy. But I don't think that's bad news, family, and I'm going to explain to you why. Haney is not in jail with Top Rank like Bud or anybody else. These motherfuckers are not in jail with Devin Haney. Think about what I'm saying. Right now, Teofimo is an afterthought. Fuck that guy. He's done. He can go on to 140 and do whatever he wants to do. And we're going to get back on his bumper for in a second. But he gets 2 fights. He gets to bust Kambosos' ass twice. That's how I'm viewing it. Twice. All of this ducking and dodging, this bullshit they pulled with Loma, they tried to yank Lomachenko from a fucking war. That's how bad they tried to duck this kid. So now he gets to bust Kambosos' ass twice. And he's getting Lomachenko, who ducked him, as a part of the fucking deal. Devin Haney's not in prison with Top Rank. Top Rank's in prison with Devin Haney. Now Devin Haney's getting what he wants. All Devin got to do is perform. So all that dumb shit y'all haters is talking about, that shit is over now. Because Bill and Devin wouldn't have went over there if this wasn't on the table, if they didn't feel it wouldn't work in their goddamn favor. I'm tired of the bullshit. All of this going around, all of this going on was ridiculous. He's taking short money and all that. He's taking short money, and y'all know he is. Where on earth he had to go to Kambosos and say, hey, man, whatever the fuck you offering Lomachenko, I'll take it. And what's Devin Haney bringing to the table? The real WBC strap and an undefeated record. Don't talk to me. And this is right on time because 2 weeks ago, did we not have a panel for the Tuesday Night Fight legends on here? And we had to explain to them. And I re-released clips of that channel. And salute to all of them. Salute to Omar Shika and the brother Shabala. All of them. Salute to all of them. But that further proves that just because you are in the industry or used to be in the industry doesn't mean you understand or comprehend exactly what the fuck is going on. You don't understand it. I had to explain it. Stormy really had to get in depth with it. And I think they understand. Well, Kirk Johnson understood, but I really think they understand now. And this is what we're talking about. I just played you the clip. All of that shit Teofimo was talking, I hope you paid attention. I'm about to play something that I just heard yesterday. And I want you to pay attention. Think about what you heard him say. All that bullshit that he was telling Teofimo, or that he was telling Devin Haney. Think about what he's saying. And think about what we said. When we got on here and we said, I said, Trick Nolte said, the sensei said it. We said Devin Haney was never on the menu at all for Teofimo. It was all bullshit. I'm going to take y'all to what he said just yesterday. Listen carefully.
Yo, Tio, can we just get a Haney-Kambosos? Who do you think wins that fight, brother?
Oh, fuck. No, it's a made fight for Haney. Yeah.
In what way? What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
The whole shit was a scheme, bro. They had the zone. I was on the zone platform. They gave it to Kambosos because they know what I was going to do with it. They knew what I was going to do. I was going to drop him. Then it's a longer process for Devin to become, quote-unquote, undisputed. It's all a game, man. They pay that shit.
Y'all heard it. He said exactly what we've been saying for the last before COVID, man. That's how long we've been saying that shit. What do I always say? Time reveals all truth. All you got to do is just sit back and wait a minute. Just wait a minute. You understand? Just wait a minute. Keep listening.
Isn't it gonna be tough to win in Australia though? Like if it's a setup, isn't it when they set it up in America, not Australia, where why
everything's already made.
Everything's already made. But when we talk about shit being predetermined, when we talk about the bullshit from Mauricio Suleiman, you think we're overacting, overreacting, or looking, not even overreacting. You thinking that we're too deep. We're looking too deep into this shit. When we tell you a bulk of this shit is predetermined. When we tell you that when it was Canelo's fucking time to face Jamal Charlo and they invented a new status, y'all thought we was just making shit up. When we said when it was Lomachenko's turn to face Devin Haney and another franchise status popped up, but Teofimo just told you everything was predetermined. Matter of fact, he told us this shit in 2018. Let me finish playing this, and I'll play for you exactly what I'm talking about.
That's everything. I had to see that for myself. So they already knew who won before they even fucking announced it. See the tapes.
Hey, Tio, what advice would you give Dev on what he's got to do in the ring with Kambosos?
Fuck both of them.
Fuck both of them. That's what he says because he was on the receiving end of the bullshit. All he had to do was perform. Ain't no one told him to get dropped in the first round. And now he got his face boxed in, mind you. Kambosos whooped his ass, mind you. So he's delusional. But all that other shit he's talking about, I believe 100%. It was predetermined. I believe that 100%. All he had to do was beat George. No one saw George winning that fight. I was on record saying I hope George whoops his ass. They disrespected him from giving him no chance to spelling his name wrong right here in New York. I saw it. They called him Kamboso. Take the S and replace it with a Z because he's a fucking bozo now. But I'll get to him in a second. But this shit is pre-fucking determined. We told you that shit. There's a plan. Now, what are you talking about, Drew? That can't be right, Drew. Let me take you back to 2018 because I was looking for this clip months ago and I couldn't find it. Salute to Champside, the baddest brand in the land. Press 1 because he had it. And I recorded it because this is what I was looking for.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title.
That's 2018. That's Teofimo Lopez. You heard what he just said. You heard what he just said.
You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all 4. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135. Hey.
That was 2018, y'all. So when we say shit like that, we tell you this shit is predetermined. When we tell you that this is all a fucking fix, when we tell you that the fix is in, fuck it. Don't listen to us. Listen to Teofimo now. Watch what's happening with Lou DiBella and fucking George Kambosos and them. They literally tried to yank Lomachenko from a fucking world war. His world war, not mine. I ain't got nothing to do with what's going on over there. This is what they do. And the fact that Devin Haney has to take short money and has to cut deals with motherfuckers we know we don't want him working with. This is a sin and a shame. Here's my question to you motherfuckers. Outside of us, who's standing up for Devin Haney? Because we know it ain't fat ass Dan Rafael. We know it's not. Matter of fact, I could read you the tweet. I'm not gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the tweet. Did I email it to myself? Oh, I'm gonna email this shit. Fat ass Dan Rafael, the fucking fat chitlin too, grimace, gravy in the fucking blood. That fat fuck. You fat piece of shit. You fat piece of shit. I can't stand you. Okay? People die every day. And I'll just leave it at that. You fucking bastard. You fucking bastard. Where's the justice for Devin Haney? Where is it? When we get on here and we talk like we talk, this is why I just played it for you. So when we had that panel 2 weeks ago, it's a shame that people just look at it as face value and just say, this is what it is. But when we factor in things like race, we factor in things like what do they feel is best for business? How the fuck is Lomachenko best for business? How's he better for business than Devin Haney when the man got 2 losses in a fake title that he lost? The man ducked. Okay? What else is it other than race? Shut the fuck up and stop it. You can't tell us anything different. Get the fuck out of here. Salute to Jack in that super chat. He said on fight night, it will be Devin versus 4 opponents, Kambosos and the judges. Is there a way Devin can have Blu-ray strength train him so that he can be his strongest to guarantee a knockout, or will he get robbed? Listen, the cause is already made up, man. Devin is down 4 rounds. That's how I see it. He has to go into fucking Australia with a bunch of fucking kangaroos and everything else. And you're absolutely right. He's in there against judges, old media, a couple of fucking monkey dragon niggas, and everything else. The kid has a weight of the world on his shoulders, but you know what? Are we not built for this? Are we not built for this? Fuck out of here. We built for this. This is normal. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is what we do. I'll holler at Blu-ray and I'll holler at Bill. But there's a certain amount of stress levels that we're dealing with here. And it's aggravated to be damned. The bullshit that we're up against, people they'll undermine it because they don't identify with it. I don't try to explain the black struggle to motherfuckers that don't identify with it. You could never understand it. You could read about it, you could see it every day, but I don't expect you to understand it. But you're not gonna, you can undermine my shit all you want, but the truth is what it is. I just played it for you. I was looking for that like crazy because remember I kept saying, I know I heard him say that whatever Devin Haney's path is not for him. And I remember him saying something. I could not find it. And salute the champ side because I just saw it today. I said, that's it. It's the video. And I ripped the audio. And now I played it for y'all. He said it. I'll play it one more time.
Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all 4. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did.
You don't know that, but we do, and that's what we did. That was 2018, man. You know how long I was looking for that video? I know I heard it. Thank you, champ side. Thank you. Thank you, because I could not find it. He had it. Thank you, brother. Stormy, I'm going to throw it to you. Go ahead, bro.
Man, excuse me. First of all, apologies for my tardiness.
All right, brother.
Listen, you're pretty much cooking on this. The thing that you have going, and I'm not talking about you per se, but we, the thing we have going for us these days is the same thing that's sinking the whole ship. modern social media, the access, the ability to be able to get news and updates in a fast food society, on a 24/7 basis. The fact that the younger people are and the less life experience they have and don't even understand what confidentiality means. See, you've just played several damaging, accessible sound bites from Teofimo that just let everyone know that this whole thing is orchestrated. Now, I will bring you up to speed for those who may not have paid attention, but I said it on my post-fight show last night. The Tszyu Terrell Gausha fight is an example of what you're talking about right now. Tszyu was coming to America to begin his American assault on boxing, following, like his dad did, the script is already written, just to use a phrase that has already been put out there now. But what happened is, off script, Gausha's right hand happened to find his chin in the first round, and he found himself on his ass. Uh-oh, that's off script. Now, for everybody who heard me roast this guy after the fight in my post-fight show, to the degree like I called him by his name tonight on your show, but after this, I will not refer to him by his actual name anymore, because I told everyone who would listen, he has embarrassed me as a man, as a black man. What I saw him do for the rest of that fight, and some content creators out here have even given par gras to him and say, hey, well, maybe this, maybe that, maybe my ass. He went back to script and stopped competing in a fight where he could have easily won. It was right before our very eyes. Almost immediately after the count in the first round, he didn't look to follow up with anything meaningful, and then he allowed Tszyu to take the second round after being knocked on his ass. And Tszyu didn't come out and take the second round forcefully. He was kind of hesitantly coming back into the fight, being aware, trying not to run into anything again. And then he picked up on it by round 3 that, oh, he's not going to fight back now. So I call him Turtle Douchebag now, because he went into a shell and proceeded to behave like a douchebag for the rest of the fight. You are a professional fighter, a prize fighter. What prize were you fighting for with a high guard and leaning your ass up against the ropes and allowing this man to pound on you for the next 10 rounds? I'll wait for an answer. I'll wait for an excuse. But before you try to retort with it, allow me this one statement. Bullshit. My eyes don't fool me. In the years that I've been on this earth, I've seen a lot of things, some things very much unbelievable, and the reality of others so cold-blooded that this is a nation that you witnessed shoot its own president in front of cameras and try to pass it off as a man with a rinky-dink rifle. Okay? And look at how many years that has stood up. Yeah. So don't tell me that this guy that got in the ring last night got in there and decided, oh, he's just better than me. I don't know what to do. No. What happened in that first round wasn't supposed to happen. And because it was with such ease, the message came through. Oh, that's it. Pack it in. How many times have you seen fights where it's just like, why isn't he doing anything? Why is he running for? What is it? He was doing so well at first. Listen to those sound bites of Tszyu telling you. And he's ignorant enough to have the type of disposition that you dismiss things that he would say because of the ignorance. But everyone on this show listening now and on this panel right now knows that we're living in an age now where you could tell someone the truth to their face and they'll still be in such denial about it, because that's how society has moved now. The ignorant depend upon the leadership to guide them by the hand. There are not a lot of self-thinkers out here. There are not a lot of people who think outside the box anymore. And damn it, I'm telling you, if it stinks, it fucking stinks. I don't care how much Febreze you spray or Lysol or, Fabuloso. It stinks. Huh? And I'm the guy who walks into the room and say, damn, don't y'all smell that shit?
That's right.
While everybody else is pretending like holding their breath and everything. This is what it is. We've seen it in the NBA. We've seen it in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And now you have a particular participant attached to it telling you the truth. And not just recently is he telling you. These sound bites are coming. They have time behind them. So it's been a while. But he foretold what you needed to know. And lastly, let me just end with this. Do you now believe us about Deontay Wilder or not?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Salute to Mr. Gumbo in that super chat. Says, salute Drew, Stormy B-Man, and Marco. I understand the black struggle, but sometimes we put our black ass in position to struggle. We do. You got those situations, Boo-Boo Andrade, as far as boxing is concerned. I get it. But we got to do the best we can with what we got at some point. Like right now, like I said, when you hear that he has to work with Top Rank for 3 fights, we just like, oh my God, but then really think about it. But before I go on with that, I'm going to throw it to my brother, Mark. Marco, what's good, man?
What's going on, fellas?
It's boxing, bro.
Yeah, I watched the Tim Tszyu fight. I'm pretty cool with Jeff Fennick, who's, tight with Tim Tszyu. There was definitely moments where I was wondering what happened. I forget, what was it, the dude's name that Tim Tszyu fought? Gout?
Let's just call him Turtle Douche.
Turtle Douche.
Yeah.
Yes. It's appropriate.
He was a decorated amateur, and you saw the skill. And after the first round or two, I agree. He started, gun shy. He stopped pulling the trigger for whatever the reason was. Yeah, and that happens quite a bit. I don't know. Did you guys remember when Ricky Hatton fought recently and clearly lost, and they gave it to him? Ricky Hatton's son, excuse me.
His son. His son. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in my life.
Yep. That dude beat the crap out of Ricky Hatton's son.
Easy. So, there's definitely an agenda behind a lot of fighters and a lot of fights. That's a fact.
And allow me to say this as a follow-up, and I said it last night and I said it this morning on the broadcast. This is not about Tim Tszyu.
Right.
It's not about Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu did what he was supposed to do. He came and tried to perform. Mm-hmm. You have to question the opponent who decided not to perform. Right. Why? I want to know why. You said it yourself, Marco. He's a former decorated amateur fighter. So he knows boxing. He knows how to handle himself and everything. And you cannot win a fight in a high guard, laying up against the ropes, not punching back, not even trying to move and slip and get out of the way of punches, but you're letting the guy pound on you, which wears you down.
Yeah.
So even if you moved around and got back to the center of the ring and flip a jab every once so often or whatever, but no, he totally took himself out of the fight. Mm-hmm. Are you injured? Are you mentally incapacitated? If that be the case, go sit your ass down and let's stop this from the corner right now. But no, he gave that to us for 10 rounds.
Yeah.
No, the only thing that somebody could argue, which I'm not so sure is the case, is that Tim's power was so much that he kind of stopped the output, which it didn't seem like that to me.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
No, it didn't. It didn't seem like that. But that's the only thing you could possibly.
Whenever Turtle threw a right hand, it landed, man. So it was there. It was there.
And he
every time. Tim Tszyu's defense is not even subpar. It's lower than that. He was walking forward. He wasn't cutting the ring off. It was a glorified sparring session in which he made a mistake in the first round. And when he dropped him, he said, "I'm sorry," with a little head nod. And I'm not saying that happened. I'm just speaking. A little head nod. My bad. I got the better of that exchange. My bad. But the apology was rounds 2 through 12. Laying on the ropes in the high guard. But whenever he did mix it up, he was landing. Do not put Tim Tszyu in the same sentence as any. Jermell Charlo stops him in 2 rounds. In 1 round. Stops him. Absolutely. The kid is not good. He's not his dad.
No.
He's not. He's not his dad. He needs a lot of work.
Yeah,
he got away with one.
Yeah.
Take your ass back down under and get back to work because you're not ready yet. Thank you for coming over here and showcasing. Fine. But I know what I saw. And the reason why we're talking about that is because what we saw is the atmosphere of boxing as a whole. What you saw was business and the work behind it. Turtle Douche was paid to lose. And I'm so convinced that that knockdown was an accident. He didn't mean it.
Another reason why certain fights are not being made.
Thank you.
Because certain people who they want to be, let's just say, in the high profile of boxing, could not be there on their own merits today.
Sure.
Not only do we talk about fighting the boxers not being as good as just a generation ago, but the ones that they would like to have in certain loftier positions are even worse. There are fighters from a generation ago, you know, that you can put in today's era and they would be warriors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Greg Haugans and the Dana Rosenblatts and those guys like that, they would run boxing, literally, with these men of today.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. I was just going to say, I don't want to shit on Tim Tszyu because he's green, and I think he does have a lot of potential, a lot of skill. You know, he just needs more experience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and let's say this fight was rigged. Who knows if he knew? Who knows? But you know, you don't know. But you do know that you know the guy looked
something was wrong.
Yeah, the guy looked very different. But still, I want to be clear. Like I think Tim Tszyu could be a good prospect. He's obviously very green in the game. And
he is. Listen, he's about as good as his contemporaries. Remember, I stated this very cleanly and clearly. I said it's not about Tim Tszyu. It's not. Tim Tszyu came to do what he was supposed to do. It's the other guy who showed a little bit more than they wanted him to show. And they were like, hey, what the hell you think you're doing here? You understand? If Phil Jackson say, Scotty, pass the ball to Tony Kukoc, and Scotty was like, but I'm the star, I'm the man. And Phil is saying, I want you to pass the ball to Tony Kukoc. And Scotty says, to hell with you, Phil. And he goes and sit on the bench, just like we knew in history that he did. And they run the game without Scotty. They pass the ball to Kukoc. Kukoc hits the shot, wins the game.
Yep.
And Scotty now has a dirty name in the sport for not following directions. It's as simple and clear cut as that. It's not about Tony Kukoc. It's about following the script. And guess who didn't follow the script on that night? Scotty didn't.
That's right.
And people don't let him live it down to this day. That's why you shouldn't let Turtle Douchebag live this down to this day, because you have to explain to me why. Why were you not able to compete in the fight? Just tell me.
It doesn't
Even
make
if
sense.
you want to tell me, you know what? I blew my shoulder when I threw that right hand, and I didn't have the confidence in it anymore. Okay, I think that's a lie, but you told me something. But there was no reason to take understanding of what he did for the next 10 rounds in that fight. And all Tszyu had to do was let his hands go, because nothing was coming back, nothing dangerous. And he performed. But the other guy didn't. And he still got paid. I got a problem with that.
And that's interesting you say that, because Volt UK asks, what was the demeanor in Turtle's corner? There was no urgency. There was no urgency. I paid attention. Thank you for reminding me, Volts. There was no urgency. When I'm watching a fight, I like to look at the corner. I like to hear what they're saying. I can unmute the TV because I don't like listening to live commentary. I can unmute the TV and say, let me hear what they're saying. And I'm like, there was no urgency. It was the same demeanor. Hey, yeah, you know, try and stay off the ropes. You'll move to your left, try and get away from his power hand. I was like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? There's nothing? There was nothing there. It was basically what I heard was, yeah, you know, checks in the mail. We're all right, man. Just try not to get knocked out, man. Just make it to 12. You'll be okay. That's okay. 10-8 round. We won that round, but look, don't do that shit again. You know you can land. Whenever Turtle threw a goddamn overhand right, that fucker landed. And salute to L-Dub, because L-Dub is on top of his game. He also says, whether he's green or not, he's going to get the Castano Charlo winner. Lock it in. I believe L-Dub. I believe that. L-Dub knows his shit. And salute the Art Man, man. What's good, man? What's good, fam? Art Man in the building. Salute to 88 Sports Talk. He said Gushy was more competitive versus Lubin. Just saying, he was. He was way more competitive. Art Man, you was there? You was there? Oh, man. And salute to Michael Fox. Salute to Michael Fox. And Mora got work the other night. I think, didn't he work the Burchelt fight? The ref, Mora? Man, fuck that guy, man.
You know, we could be looking at another trend that I see where the sons of legends are being kind of pushed along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's happening with Vander Holyfield's sons, happening with a bunch of them. So that could play a part. Because, you know, because Costa Tszyu is one of the greatest fighters of all time, in my opinion, at least. You know, maybe top 20.
His resume is for real. His
Well,
resume is
maybe
for real.
top 20. I'm not saying top 5 or 10, but, you know, he's there. So, and that's a trend that I see now. A lot of sons are coming out and fighting, and I guess boxing's trying to capitalize on that and make money off it, off the name of their dads, you know, and the legacy.
True. Yo, Art Man, if you got a minute, you want to jump on the stream? Let me know. Let me know if you want to jump on the stream. I ain't had a brother on here for a minute. Man, I'm so sick of boxing, but I keep watching it like a battered woman. I'm telling you, man, we battered people. We battered spouses up in here, man. This don't make no damn sense. I watch this thing in complete amazement every day. Like, yo, the fuck, man? Yo, I can't stand. Man, bullshit. But I brought up, yeah, all right, I'm gonna send him a link. I'm gonna send it to your gram, fam. Wait, hold on. Okay. All right, I just sent it to you, bro. I brought up Trill Will. Salute, bro. Jason, what up? Salute, y'all. I see y'all. You know, we cooking. Diana, I see you, sis. Same state where Michael Fox got, you know, right up the poop chute. You know, the Michael Fox situation. I bring that up. And he challenged the call. And they wrote him a letter saying, we saw no wrongdoing. Never mind the fact that they skinned the gloves and y'all caught it. And you dropped that piece of shit in, I believe, the first round, and I boxed him clearly, and we still had him winning. Never mind all that shit. You are not what's good for business. Never mind the fact that what was her name? Gloria Martinez, a known racist by way of her social media. We found all of that out. Never mind all of that. They told Michael Fox, we found no wrongdoing. We're not overturning shit.
And
Now,
her inappropriate relationship with the head of the sanctioning
WBA.
body.
Yep. Her inappropriate relationship. So all of that, they found no wrongdoing. You see why I don't like to talk about the struggle, about being black? Now, if there's racism all around this world, why the fuck would it be any different in any sport? Y'all seen soccer. I don't even fuck with soccer. But go and look at what's happening overseas. Predominantly black teams, they make monkey noises. They make monkey noises. That's a problem over there. You understand? So then when we talk about racism in boxing over here, all right, man, come back in. When we talk about racism in boxing over here, and we talk about what Deontay Wilder went through, and what Michael Fox went through, and what Devin Haney's going through, and then you get these fucking knuckle-dragging monkeys talking about, no, it's not racism, Drew. Grape ape-looking motherfucker. Absolutely it is, motherfucker. Get out of here. You niggas make me sick. On God. All right, man, in the building. Salute.
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, man. How you?
I'm good, man. Enjoying my Sunday. Had a great night watching the fight live out here in Minneapolis. Man, I'm telling you, out here in Minneapolis, we got good fights coming up, and we've been having good fights. I don't know if y'all seen, but Gausha, he just looked, I don't know, man. He started shelling up.
No reason.
He started shelling up, man. And the crowd, let me tell you, man, first of all, the venue was packed, super packed. The atmosphere at the Armory is great. The crowd, we really didn't know, or the general public, they didn't really know who Tszyu was. So when the guy came out, everybody was kind of looking like, who is this guy? But when Gausha came out, they explained that he was Olympian, and the crowd went nuts for him. But it's like every punch Gausha threw, the crowd was turning up. But then he just stopped throwing. And everybody was just looking like, what is this guy doing? Why is he just leaning on the ropes after he just had a successful first round?
Fuck it, I'll say it. He threw the fight, man.
He threw the fight. Yeah.
He threw the fight, man. Go look at when he fought. And they said it in the chat earlier. Go look at when he fought Eric Zalubin. He ain't fight like that. And Eric Zalubin is better than Tszyu. I mean, get the fuck out of here. That guy came in there. He showed up to lose. Now Tszyu can say he beat a fucking Olympian. And what do you do when you talk to guys? Oh, well, I shell up. I shell up. You know what they say? I saw no opening. Bullshit.
That man was standing right down the line. Every right hand he wanted to. If he threw a right hand, that motherfucker was gonna land.
Yo, you know what? We might get. Y'all gonna know where I'm going with this. We might get the Grandmaster. Y'all know who the Grandmaster is, right?
Who's that?
Y'all know who the Grandmaster is?
Nope.
Well, for Manny Pacquiao. Josh Cloudy. Let me stop fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
Might get Josh Cloudy on the show. We might get Josh Cloudy on the show. And I want to ask him, man. I'm going to ask him flat out, did you throw the Manny Pacquiao fight? Because after that fight, he said, I saw no opening. And I forgot where I was when I watched that fight, but I was standing in somebody's living room with my arms folded, and I was fuming like, yo, you motherfucker. Because there was a few points in that fight where he backed Manny up. It was punching through Manny's guards. And every time he hit Manny, his head was shaking back, like getting slapped back. And I said, yo, put the pressure on Manny. You stronger than him. But all he did was shell up. And Manny couldn't touch him. And I said, yo, he could beat him if he just throws more punches. Get out of here, man. And then he did an interview sometime later, said it was my time to lose. It sounded funny. I'm going to ask him, yo, did you throw that fight? I'm going to ask him. Straight up, did you just throw the fight? Because you clearly, you were never hurt. And every time you decide to settle down and throw some punches, you landed all of them. Because Manny does not have great defense like that. But he stood there with a high guard the whole fucking time. And so it reminded me of this guy. He was a goddamn heavy bag in that fucking ring. He's a heavy bag with a high guard. But every time he did throw a right hand, that shit landed. I said, come on, dog, you better than this. He threw the fucking fight. And this is why every now and again I'll get an MMA guy that'll be like, yo, boxing sucks, MMA is ruling. And I don't even fuss with those guys no more. I don't fuss. They're getting the biggest bang for their buck. At least they're getting fights that they want to see. We ain't getting shit. L-Dub just said Tim Tszyu's going to get the winner of Castano versus Charlo. That's it. I believe L-Dub until I see otherwise. This is what we're dealing with here.
I heard talks of Conwell. Charles Conwell.
Not going to happen.
Exactly.
Kostadzu's son. Kostadzu's son is going to get that work. And this is a sad state of affairs. This is some WWE shit, man. This is some fucking wrestling shit. What the blacks say? Hulkamaniacs out here in this motherfucker. Now, you were there. You just said ain't no one knew who the fuck Tim Tszyu was. But us.
Sure don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking like, who? Who's this guy?
Who the fuck is that? You knew the Olympian. You didn't know this guy. And the Olympian came in there and looked like a fucking amateur with a high guard all night and scored a knockdown by accident. So how good is Tim Tszyu? Man, listen.
I don't know. I was looking like, man, around round one, actually, I said, dude, this guy's food for Charlo. Food.
Charlo does him dirty. Charlo does him dirty. This kid is not ready. And you know what's going to happen? If he gets the Castano Charlo winner and he gets stopped, they're going to say he green. And back to the drawing board. But he'll see a couple of million off that fight. He'll see a couple of million and see he's going to get the man. Oh, God, I'm so fucking sick of boxing. Why would he get
Let me tell you, Drew, I was front row, right? The cameraman, they purposely put the camera on the Aussies sitting in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't put the camera on the Americans chanting a USA, USA.
Really?
They sure didn't. Go look at my last post on the gram. I had a video of it of them fighting, and when he dropped them, I started screaming USA, and everybody started screaming USA. And Jake Donovan was there too. He even tweeted about it.
Wow.
Yeah. So right around then, I said, yeah, I know what time it is. Because why would y'all not put the camera on the crowd cheering USA?
This is what we deal with.
I'm gonna make you guys even more upset. Just think about it like this, you know, with everything you were able to witness there, Charlo had better come out and beat Castaño.
Yeah.
He better come out and beat Castaño. And I ain't talking about get a unanimous decision.
No, he better knock him out.
He better beat Castaño. And whatever that may entail, you got to beat the guy. If you don't beat the guy, you can kiss the baby. Because just like you heard Teofimo say, it's already scripted.
That's right. It's already scripted.
It's already
Teo,
scripted.
hey, that was funny as ever. I just listened to that.
Bro,
Sound
can you
like-
believe that? Can you believe that? In 2018, and I kept telling y'all, salute the champ side, because I was looking for that part, and I know I saw it in 2018 when he said it. And I said, what the fuck is he talking about? He doesn't have a crystal ball. He's not in the office. He's not like related to Mauricio Suleiman. You would fucking think so. And then this shit started happening a couple of years later. I'm like, wait a minute. Tio said that. And I could not find the fucking interview for nothing on YouTube. And Champ Side put that fucker up today. I said, there it is right there. And I got the motherfucking audio. Unbelievable. He told on himself. So when we say things are predetermined, when we say Deontay Wilder, a black unapologetic champion, was bad for business for them, and they will do everything to fuck that up, welcome to reality. Welcome to reality. They did it. No matter how big of a cheater Tyson Fury is, no matter how much of his fucked up association is, Daniel Kinahan, who just made news the other day, Mauricio Suleiman now doing business with Daniel Kinahan. Is no one talking about that? I'll say it again. Mauricio Suleiman is now doing business with Daniel Kinahan. Do y'all monkeys even understand what any of this means? Are y'all paying attention to detail? You're not.
You know what it is, Brother Drew? It's like this. A lot of people don't like dealing with problems. So they'll choose not to acknowledge it. Because if everybody acknowledged that it was a big, gangster problem in boxing, somebody will have to do something about it. Nobody wants to do anything about it, so let's just ignore it.
Let's just ignore it. No, nothing to see here. Don't listen to those black YouTube channels. They always complaining. Don't listen to us. But when shit start unfolding, we just know that I told you so, motherfuckers.
You know what's funny? On Twitter, Michael Benson posted, it was the day that Frank Warren won the purse bid for $41 million. Everybody in the comment section from the UK knew exactly where that money came from.
Thank you.
And I said, for y'all to know all that and turn around and say, there's no way that some underhand things can go down with Tyson Fury. It just makes me know that, man, you guys are just full of it.
Thank you. These motherfuckers on some bullshit. Everything is fixed. It's predetermined. And when you see these black fighters that are not up on game, they're fighting against the grain. Bars. If they're not up on game, they fighting against the grain.
Yep.
Deontay found out the hard way.
The hard way.
Devin is finding out. He's watching, but now he's avoiding landmines because the field is filled with them. He don't know which way to go. But forward. Now I want to pull up this tweet. This is Fat Dan Rafael, who blocked you, Art Man.
Yep.
Look at this. He says, not gonna be a deal for Kambosos versus Haney. Everyone knows that, it seems, except for Team Haney, which is for whatever reason believes there's still a negotiation when there isn't. That's Fat Dan Rafael. Deal's done. He puts up this. Happy, real Devin Haney is getting the unification fight for undisputed. But there wasn't going to be one if Loma had decided to go forward with it. Haney knows it. Situations change. This was one of those times. Not once did he apologize and say, I was wrong about that. Salute to Devin Haney. Salute to the American. Because these motherfuckers are patriots any other time. All right? Well, but notice he got a fucking Ukraine flag there, right? Mm-hmm. Right? But when he's talking about Devin Haney, is the American flag there? I don't see it. How many tweets did he say about Kambosos not doing the right thing and not keeping his word? How many times did he point out that Kambosos didn't keep his word, that Teofimo didn't keep his word, that Lomachenko ducked him? And this is what I'm talking about. We got to point this shit out to some people that are in the industry. 2 weeks ago, we had a panel full of fighters from Tuesday Night Fights, and we had to educate them on what we was talking about. And you can't talk about this without bringing up racism. And old media, fat-ass Dan Rafael, the fat piece of shit that he is, the American, can't even justify the fucking American. And then when he's wrong, he can't even say sorry.
He blocked me for pointing that out.
This is what the fuck it means to be black. This is the shit I'm talking about.
Hey, listen.
They're putting up a fucking fight for Lomachenko, who's fighting a real war, ducking real bullets for his fucking country, and they tried like fucking hell to get him over here just so they could block Devin Haney from doing what? Undisputed? They're going to try to poison this kid. They're going to put a live wild kangaroo in the locker room. They're going to put fucking wombats in his fucking drinks. Whatever the fuck they're going to do. I don't want him going there. They lowballed him. He's taking short money. He got to sign a 3-fight deal with Top Rank. But like I said earlier, he's not in jail with Top Rank. Top Rank's in jail with Team Haney. Because he's going to beat Kambosos twice, and he's going to fuck up Lomachenko. He got to do all of this shit to get what he wanted in the first place. And the only motherfucker he not getting his hands on is that coward-ass Teofimo Lopez, who told y'all that the fix was in back in 2018. Fuck y'all talking about?
Drew, take a breather for a minute. I'm going to drop something I want you to think about. And take your time with it. Everybody on the panel, everybody listening in the chat. I'm sure people have heard the phrase unapologetic black, right? You probably heard that. But it's interesting that as much as you may have heard that in life, where have you heard anyone apologize to black? I'll wait. Now, we've heard the term reparations. We've actually seen reparations carry out in other circumstances with other classes and nationals of people, communities of people. But where is the apology for black? The war against black, the scheme against black, the atrocity against black, murder, crime. Where? Where is the bill produced to wipe away the tears and the bloodshed for many who have come before us on this soil? As long as you don't have any healing in the proper manner, and the proper manner means starting with respect, then there will always be a problem. There will always be a fight, and there will always be bloodshed. And innocence can be victimized through this entire process. But I'll tell you something about this nation. They don't give a fuck. So if they don't, why should you?
Exactly how I live.
Hold on one second. Save your energy. Save your rage. Save your soul and spirit, and produce all of that toward that can progress you forward. The things that you're talking about right now, the most compelling revelation here is you've just told and showed everybody it's scripted. It's a game. Now it's up to people to decide, do I participate in the game or do I withdraw? It's that simple. It's that simple.
I'm so sick of this shit. You know, they could point out all the discrepancies, and Dan Rafael could point out how there's no negotiation and all this other bullshit. This is the same fat fuck that told us that Manny and Floyd wasn't happening and Cotto 2 with Floyd was happening. He said that real fast. He said on ESPN, I remember when he said that. He could point out all those discrepancies, but not one time did anyone hold Kambosos accountable. Not one time did anyone hold Teofimo Lopez accountable. Not one time did anyone hold Lomachenko accountable. But they always talk about what Devin Haney has done wrong. he's the email champion, and they ignore who the fuck sent the goddamn email. Shit like that. Everyone could point out all that shit. 50% of the motherfucking story. And then wonder why we get on here and we say what we say and we take the position that we take. You're not going to brush me off as fucking crazy. You're out your goddamn mind. I've been here. I've been here than a lot of these motherfuckers in the chat. And I don't mean to, you know, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the haters. I'm no spring chicken to this. This is great right here. This is for real. I'm 46. I've been around. I know. More things change, more things stay the same. You can't tell me there's no racism in boxing and because, oh, Floyd Mayweather's a millionaire and these guys make millions. No, it don't matter. They're dropping the bucket to the grand scheme. And what they don't want is another Floyd Mayweather. They don't want a group of black people with a Floyd Mayweather mentality. This sport gives Canelo Alvarez the freedom to say, I'll never fight another Mexican fighter with no backlash. Not minimum, no backlash. Can you imagine if Bud Crawford, if Deontay Wilder, if Errol Spence, fuck that, if Rigondeaux, Ugas, Ortiz said, I'm not fighting any more black fighters because they all black. He said, I ain't fighting no more black fighters. There would be an epic uproar. An epic uproar. Canelo could say that, I ain't fighting no more Mexican fighters. Devin Haney be on 78 Sports TV and say, man, I ain't never gonna let no white boy beat me. Y'all know who the fuck he was talking about. Y'all know he was talking about Vasily Lomachenko. He was just talking shit. They made that young man apologize. And they're still trying to make him pay. Duck the kid. Don't give him what he earned. We had these old fighters on here talking about who's he fought. And they know better than that shit, man.
Sell his chains. You got to sell your chains.
You got to sell your chains. Who the fuck says that? Yo, you can get the fight, sell your chains. Why you trying to make him come down on shit that he earned, motherfucker? Who the fuck are you? Ain't no, and you know what really makes me mad? I was on here bigging up Kambosos, saying that I don't know who he is. But the fact that I can't even spell that man's name right, he needs to win for the greater good of boxing. He told Devin he would give him his shot. He told it to him. I play the video all the time. I have it right here. Y'all need to hear it? Y'all need to see it? The man ain't keep his word, and the American media didn't say shit about it. He came over here and fucking lied. Jamal Charlo can't get a Canelo fight, but who gets one? Avni Yildirim. Hey, Drew, why you not talking about the Sulecki fight? Avni Yildirim. But Sulecki, Avni Yildirim. Yeah, but Sulecki's a fuck. Avni motherfucking Yildirim. And y'all know I'm hard on the Charlos. Y'all know that. But I always talk about the greater good and just doing shit for what's right. They're assholes outside the ring. Did you ever hear me say that they can't fight? That's the same shit I say about Canelo. You got to prove it. You got to prove it. We live in a country where Sergey Kovalev with a DUI and he could beat up Becky and kick her fucking dog and come back to the scene of the crime and hide in the bushes with a shitload of money, get arrested, and no one talked about take his money, he should never fight again, and deport him. No one said that. How's he awarded? A Canelo payday. $12 million he made. $12 million. But Jamal Charlo's white in line. Oh, no, they just want payday. Oh, they want payday. Yeah, motherfucker, they want to bust your ass. And you don't want that. Yeah, they want money. And this is prize fight. No one fights for free. But you don't want to look bad because you escaped that lava work by the skin of your teeth, motherfucker. We saw it. You could barely touch the man. Could barely touch the man, Canelo. You hoe. You fucking cheater. Clenbuterol. WBC altered all of that shit for you. This is what we're dealing with. So when I know that's going on, you think I want to talk about Floyd rehydrating with an IV? Nope, I'm not doing it. Yo, Big Baby's a cheater. Yeah, he sure did. But give him some work now. Enough's enough. Clenbuterol. I'm not playing fair with none of you motherfuckers. I'm not being fair no more. Fuck y'all. Let me get to this.
It's a good thing you don't have Twitter. It's a good thing you don't got Twitter, man, because you would probably have a heart attack looking
No,
at
I
all the
wouldn't. I'm not on
excuses
Twitter for a
for
reason.
Canelo's fans.
Man, fuck every last one of them. They floss his teeth. They floss their teeth with red pubic hair. Fuck every last one of them. I was a Canelo supporter. But before a lot of them were born. And that's no cap. He lost me with this drug shit. And when I was asking questions, yo, what's up with that? First he dropped the belt instead of fighting Gennady the first time. And I was still in the trenches. He left me hanging out there, defending him. And then he popped dirty. I'm like, I can't defend this guy. So I'm supposed to look past that and shit on Big Baby Miller? Fuck that. I'm not doing it. Salute to Duane Menzies. He says, thank you guys for pointing out all the racist stuff going on behind the scenes in boxing. That's what we do. Because no one else is going to do it. I just played you what, you know what I'm saying? I just played to the audience what Teofimo said in 2018. Why would he say that? Where the fuck did this franchise shit come up? Man, listen. The WBC is full of shit. The WBA is full of shit. Everyone's full of shit. What they did to Michael Fox, that was bullshit.
Didn't we have images?
I was there.
Images of Mauricio Suleiman showing up in Reynoso's gym with Valdez and Canelo and everybody, you know?
Those his people.
Right. But not really. But he was there. Now, why hasn't he shown up, you know, in someone else's gym? Why he showed up in Bud Crawford's gym or Shakur Stevenson or, you know, I'm just saying, you know, nobody questions things. It's like, you know, there's a guy who has a lot of access to some of these people. The setback dude. I'm gonna tell you something. If you really want to apply some pressure, start running down that dude. Start running him down.
Yeah.
Because he's a pipeline. And he knows, even though he comes in and he reports, you know, things that they want to get out and everything, I'm telling you, you have to know. You know, you remember Pookie in New Jack City?
Yep.
Huh? Remember how Judd Nelson and Ice-T, they got him, right? They got a hold of Pookie. Now, Judd Nelson was like, you can't trust a crackhead, man. You don't want to do that, but you still can get the information, you know, if you work it the right way. Go after that dude. And he ain't strong at all. He ain't strong. No. But when I say go after him for the information that's required, because you can bet believe he's sitting on a gold mine.
Go ahead.
It'll never be traced back to him because he's in like that now.
He ain't gonna like pressure because if he slips up and he's looking at any kind of Fed time or losing his position in the WBC, he gonna sing. Yeah, I know. Marco probably had to cut out. You know, he put the kids to bed. Salute to Duane Menzies. He says this is bigger than boxing. It's a spiritual war in the spiritual realm that leaps back down into the physical realm. Believe that, Duane. You're not lying. You're not lying. This shit is deep. This shit is deep. People may read that and laugh, but listen, man. Listen. This shit is real. This shit is real. Hold on, let me send out this text real quick.
You are being racist for calling me a racist.
Watched the movie,
good, and I take it, but don't call me racist.
Time. Everybody said I should watch it. It's called The Great White Hype. I watched that movie. I said, oh my God. Everything that's shown in this movie is happening in boxing. One of my favorite part is when the boxer, he told Samuel Jackson, he said, man, this is not about race. This is about boxing. And the entire room laughed at him. I said, man. Because everybody understood what the sport was. And I'm like, man, for people to understand that and have conversations like that back in the day and still having it now, lets you know history repeats, man. And they're trying to sway the public and sway the media, but it is what it is. We'll keep on speaking on it, keep on addressing the double standards.
It's listen, no one could ever tell me that this sport is not, this sport is founded on race, for fuck's sake. You can't tell me it's not about race. As long as there's a black murderer's row that existed and it exists today, ask Stormy. You cannot tell me it's not about race. What Devin Haney is going through, we've well documented. We report on it daily. There's no other explanation. The sad part is sometimes you'll get some pros or former pros that'll leave race out of it, or they'll try and leave race out of it and say, well, Devin don't sell. That's not true. You're going to tell me Lomachenko outsells Devin? Prove it. Show me the numbers. How many pay-per-views has Lomachenko sold? Stop that bullshit. Stop that bullshit. Who's worth more? And you guys went as far as to try and take him away from an entire war? That wasn't about the better fight. That was about fucking up Devin Haney's momentum. Think about that. That had nothing to do with anything. And now he had to take a 3-fight deal, 2 Kambosos fights, and one with this clown ass Lomachenko. And yes, I'm calling him a clown now. He's a fucking clown. Come on, man. This is what he had to do. And see, in boxing, a fighter that you support may have to make an allegiance with someone you don't like. I don't like the fact that Devin Haney was working with fucking Eddie Hearn. He fucking failed Andre. More on that this week. And he failed Devin Haney. He failed DAZN America. The guy's been failing all over the place. Failed AJ, but AJ wants to sign a lifetime contract with him. So we see the bullshit. But why the fuck is old media? They'd rather blow Eddie Hearn and stay silent on what the American champion is going through. Who's spoken up for Devin Haney other than us? Name the journalist. Steve Kim? Doug Fisher? Dan Rafael? They'll point out a situation and make it, and they'll put up no blame rather than point the finger. And they'll point out, well, Devin really didn't beat Lomachenko. He gave up the belt. And they'll just get off of that. Be like, whoa. Why did he give up the belt? Oh, he's an email champion. Who gave the email? How did he pick it up? No one wants to talk about what's going on. This is some fucking bullshit, man.
I speak on it all the time on Twitter.
You speak on it all the time. I know.
And I tell them they get so mad when I say this. Devin Haney's the WBC champion via forfeit, not email. Forfeit.
Now watch this. You saw when we had the legends on the panel the other week, right? What'd they say? Omar Sheikha said he ain't beat no one for the belt. You heard that, right? And they insisted that Lomachenko was the more popular demand fight. It's all bullshit. And my thing was, why y'all acting like y'all ain't never laced up a pair of gloves before?
But you know who we call that? We call that the go along, get along.
Yo, bro.
It's the go along, get along gang.
Go along and get along.
That's what I call it. So you already got to understand that. But
I don't want to say nothing too crazy because I'm trying to get a deal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get an analyst deal with ESPN or Fox. They want to take snippets, and I'm not saying that this is them, but I heard some things. Take snippets of when some of these guys show up on the YouTube channel and send it somewhere. That's what I've heard. I'm not saying this happened on my channel, but I've heard some things. And I can't confirm whether it's true or not, but I'm saying. So go along to get along is 100% correct. But when you're a person of color, don't fucking tell me. Matter of fact, anybody, color or not, don't tell me that racism doesn't play a huge part of everything in boxing. They tried to put that great white hope on Tommy Morrison, and he said, nah, don't put that on me. So salute to the Duke. Rest in peace to him. He said he didn't want to play that role. Don't put that on me. That's what he said. This is all bullshit, man. And I can't like if I walk away from it, I'll just remain silent and not say anything. But I always feel that if I just do that, things will get worse. Things will get worse. Now I know that I'm gonna get I get heat every day. I get motherfuckers screen recording my shit. And my thing is keep watching me. Sick my duck. Keep my duck in your mouth. You got to stretch your mouth like a goddamn snake swallowing a goddamn egg. You're my nuts so hard you need a saddle and they don't make one big enough. You fucking freaks. You guys are fucking weirdos.
Definitely weird.
The sport is fucked up. Less focus on me, more focus on the fucking issue at hand. Monkeys. I'm talking to the monkeys now. The apes, the orangutans, the tree sloths, the cave dwellers. Y'all niggas got tails. Y'all niggas are silverbacks, but y'all still not alpha. You're silverback apes, but you're still not alpha. And I'm talking to the insecure motherfuckers. How the fuck Canelo could say I don't want to fight another Mexican and y'all ain't say shit? The fuck you talking about? Charlo ain't Mexican. Andre ain't Mexican. Benavidez ain't Mexican.
What do y'all think about the Canelo Bivol fight?
Man. I'm not betting against Canelo.
You're not betting against him?
No, I'm not. I know what I want. I know what I want to happen, but I'm not betting against. Man, listen, man. If this was Beterbiev, who we know wasn't going to get that fight, maybe I think a little different. But I'm not gonna bet against Canelo. Bivol looked too fucking happy. You can't be happy with this guy. You got to go in there and be like, yo, you know what? Fuck, yo, I'll pay you $2. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I just want to bust your fucking shit. So when they look in history, they say, I fought this motherfucker for $2 and I beat the shit out of him. And I took everything he had. And he didn't want to run it back. Y'all understand? Let me get back to Lomachenko. He got 2 losses. Why wasn't he screaming for a rematch against Teofimo? Why wasn't he screaming for a rematch with Salido? And then why is it that Lomachenko's fans was like, yeah, well, you know, I'm good with that. He was winning the second half of the fight and he was getting hit low. You motherfuckers don't want to see your guy prove that he's the best. You make me fucking sick. I don't identify with this era of boxing supporter like I don't identify with you grown-ass men walking around with skinny jeans and them sagging off your ass. I don't understand you niggas. I don't understand you niggas. I don't get it. I don't get this new era of fan. I don't get it. To you monkeys, do you understand what Devin Haney has to go through now? Do you understand? He got to go to Australia. He got to take short money. He's probably going to have to wear whatever gloves they said. All kinds of other shit that we're not even going to know about. He was being told to sell his jewelry. All this ridiculous shit. Just to get undisputed, just to get what he's entitled to. He was entitled to that. What are you talking about? And they still tried to get Lomachenko from a whole war to block Devin Haney. That's what this is. This is to block Devin. Do y'all understand that, monkeys? You understand that, you fucking apes?
They had a Saving Private Loma mission.
Saving Private Loma. It's some bullshit.
Try to get an excuse for him to leave war. That's some sucker shit. I don't know about that, man.
Shit ridiculous. Let me read the super chat real quick. Jonathan Simon says, we too busy chasing the Pacquiao, Canelo, and Loma, and Jacobs, and Charles, Andre, Crawford, Spence, Ugas need to be fighting. Bro, just listen to what I'm saying for the whole week, man. I know big bro Stormy got to cut out early. Stormy, let everyone know where they can find you, brother. I'm going to keep cooking, though.
Yeah, man. I'm not feeling too well right now, but I want you guys to, stay tuned in to this heavy message that Drew got going on. Everybody can find me right here on YouTube, man. The channel is Stormy B, man. We got several things going down over there at the channel. I just got a notification today that says that I went over 450,000 views. So it's like my content is being observed.
Yes.
And I just wish to help keep that ball rolling. That's $500,000 just about. So it's like, that's nothing to sneeze at. And I'm very proud and happy of the support that I've gained and am continuing to gather. So yeah, we got some good things coming down the pipeline. So don't miss out.
Salute to you, Sensei. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the
peace,
Sensei,
brother.
man.
Yes, sir.
All right, Storm, I'm gonna holler at you, brother.
Okay, man. You guys take it easy. I'm out.
Stay out.
Peace.
Salute to End Conquest and with the super sticker. Much love and appreciation, brother. Bro, I'm like so pissed with boxing right now, man. Come on, man. I'm so pissed with boxing. And I see the family, man. Salute to all of y'all. I'm just so pissed with boxing right now. But I wouldn't be who I am if I wasn't pointing out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, same here. Always been that type of guy to point out certain things, man. And that's why I'm always getting banned off of certain platforms. Like I got banned off of Twitter. And I don't swear on Twitter. I don't, what I'm saying? I don't do none of that. All I do is just speak on it. And they ban me.
That's why I'm not going to Twitter. In 72 hours, I get kicked off, and I wouldn't say one curse word. I know. That's why I left Facebook. Dude, I get called all kind of niggas or whatever by all kinds of Trump supporters and everything else. And the moment I respond, Facebook jail. I said, you know what? Here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm just not gonna deal with it. And I left. So I say proudly, I'm not on Twitter, but I'm being spoken about on Twitter. I know that.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm being spoken about. See, that's power. That's power. I don't have to go to Twitter. They screen record my shit all the time. Oh, crazy Wilder fan Drew Titan says, bup. And I promise I will not disappoint you. LDBCers. Yeah. And I promise I will never disappoint you. Get my fucking views up, bitch, and do my bidding, bitch. I speak the truth to the youth. I say, hey, youth, well, here's the truth. Better start wearing bulletproof. Salute to ODB. Expert Genius in that super chat. He said, Kambosos is a straight clown.
Wow.
Tio status. Yep. And you know what? While I'm here, and salute to, hey, Davion Bible, salute. He says, salute, fellas, after Devin whoops Cam two times. I hope he drops the belts and the WBC never sees a dime for him again. And you see, that's what I want to happen. I want him to smash on Kambosos, win everything, and just throw them shits in the garbage.
But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Can he fight at 135 for 3 more fights?
I think he can. I think he can. I don't recall him having issues about weight.
There was one time that he came into the weigh-in looking like a skeleton. It was that day he was wearing them Gucci colors. It's the fight where he's wearing Gucci colors.
That was a fight in New York?
I'm not sure. But I think he fought what's his name, Akhmedov, the dude who knocked out, he just want to fight. He was wearing the Gucci, but anyways, but yeah, he looked super drained in that. And I just remember him saying things like, man, I don't want to fight at 135, too long. So it's like, man, that's a stretch.
Since that fight, I vaguely remember that, man. But I don't think 135 would be a problem. The only thing that I have a problem with is it's 2 fights in fucking Australia. I mean, what the fuck? Prior to this shit, who the fuck was George Kambosos? And the thing that drives me crazy is that there's no American media standing up for Devin. This is what I'm saying.
I'm standing up for Devin, and guess what's happening?
I am.
They're
Now watch
blocking.
this.
They're
Remove
blocking
the
me on
black out
Twitter.
of it. Remove the black out of it. He's the American fighter, right?
Mm.
But Dan Rafael could talk all this bullshit with Ukrainian flags in his avatar. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. They stand up for Fury, stand up for Kambosos, they stand up for Lomachenko, Wilder, Haney. They hated Floyd. Do I need to keep going? The Charlos are getting arrested all over the place. Errol is crashing up cars. Bud is a deaf mute. They talk shit about him too. Do y'all understand the mind fuck right now? But Canelo could do no wrong. He done popped dirty. He popped dirty, then suspended for it. Moves up and down in weight, ducks fights. No one says a fucking word. No one says a word. Do y'all get this bullshit? And since I'm here, let me go over here. Let's go here. Because it bears repeating. Because I don't think y'all man, I hate. I'm gonna if y'all missed it, I gotta reiterate this, man. Because this was a shame.
Oh, listen, Nemecheko
well, George,
because you lose don't mean you suck. You understand? Nemecheko lost his second pro fight against a guy who's a lot of experience, very good fighter. Very good fighter at that time. Orlando Salido. Orlando Salido now, he would have killed him. But
why didn't you rematch him then?
He lost to Lopez.
Why didn't you rematch Salido?
Because at that time Salido lost.
No, but I'm saying, why didn't he get back?
But because that time he was the champion. Lemachenko's about a guy, he wants to go after the belt.
Guys, you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about, y'all? This is what I'm talking about. All this cap for Lomachenko. And salute to Omar, man. Much love and appreciation to Omar. But first of all, if he called Lomachenko Lemonchenko, I swear to God, I'm going to calling him Lemonchenko from now on, man. He called him Lemonchenko like 4 times. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. But you see what I'm talking about? This is the uphill battle that we're talking about. This is the uphill battle.
He wants to go after whoever's the champion. He wants to go, and you got to respect somebody like that, bro.
That's not accurate, my brother. And here's my problem with Lomachenko.
Lopez gave Lomachenko a good fight, right? And Lomachenko say his shoulder hurt it, whatever. Watch when Lomachenko fought Kambosos, right? Watch how Lomachenko beats Kambosos.
He's not going to make the Kambosos fight. He's ducking bullets in Ukraine right now.
Well, listen. I respect the guy who defends his country, bro. You gotta
I respect it too. And let me tell you why HBO failed. Because all of this is relevant. The Klitschko's, Lomachenko, Triple G. They have a lot of privilege. Want me to show you what I'm talking about? What's that say? What's that say? You see it?
Well,
it says he's 14-0 with 10 knockouts. That is an absolute lie.
Wait.
He was sitting in the audience on ESPN, and they put up his record, and I'm looking at that like that is not true. The man lost his second pro fight. This is the privilege that Lomachenko has, the privilege that Triple G has, the privilege that the Klitschko's has. That's why HBO failed. Instead of backing the people they were supposed to back. There's no reason why all of these guys should be running from Devin Haney, because that's exactly what happened. Devin Haney was easy work.
What hurt HBO was Floyd Mayweather. That's what.
Oh my God!
Floyd Mayweather left to Showtime.
I agree with Omar. I don't think anymore. I agree with Omar. I don't think.
Did y'all hear that?
Go along, get along.
Did you hear him say HBO failed because of Floyd Mayweather? Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that?
I heard it.
He said HBO failed because of Floyd Mayweather, and he went on to say that when Floyd left HBO, he took his fighters with him. That is not what happened. Floyd Mayweather's contractual obligation was up. And instead of them, because back then, Floyd Mayweather was the face of boxing. Instead of soothing his ego and throwing money at him and telling guys like Larry Merchant to stop talking shit to his face. I remember when Larry Merchant said, if I was younger, I'd kick your ass. Decades of Larry Merchant disrespecting black fighters, from Floyd Mayweather to Winky Wright to Larry Holmes, and Bernard Hopkins. He's disrespected so many black fighters. It was inevitable, and they embraced the Klitschko's and Triple G and anything that wasn't black. I just played a video. Vernon Forrest got knocked out by Ricardo Mayorga. Man, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to go ahead and play the video. And y'all tell me what's wrong with this. Where's that? I know I got it. Y'all tell me what's wrong with this shit. Where's that? I lost my mind. I said, wait a minute. What the fuck is he doing with his favorite cigarette? How does that work? If I can find it. Hold on, let me go up here. This is bullshit. I was like, wait a minute. Here we go. Y'all tell me what's wrong.
Vernon wobbling on his feet as he threw the right hand. He goes down in the face of a clutching right cross.
And that time he was seriously hurt.
Yeah, look at the wobbling in Vernon Forrest. Marty Dinkins stops the fight. Marty Dinkins stopped the fight.
I just want to finish this with one gesture, Ricardo. Here's what you haven't smoked in a long while. You haven't smoked since you started training. This is your favorite cigarette. We toast you.
Te saludamos, Ricardo. Usted que no ha fumado en varios meses. Dámelo ahora, dámelo.
This is your favorite cigarette. We toast you. You haven't smoked in a long time. Larry found out what his favorite cigarette was, ran out and bought it and kept it in his pocket and said, you know, if this motherfucker knocks this nigga out, I'm going to make sure I give him that cigarette. And I bet you he was breaking all kinds of fucking laws. I'm not sure where that fight took place. I know Vegas is different. I don't know if that fight was in Vegas, but you can't smoke indoors. If it was Vegas, fine. Gave the man a cigarette. He lit it for him. The man, Ricardo still had on his boxing gloves. Now, this ain't Ricardo with the bullshit. It's Larry Merchant with the bullshit. But Omar Sheikha just sat here and told you that HBO failed because of Floyd Mayweather. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying?
Go along, get along.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. But let's continue. I'm going to hit some points here. Every time. Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
I agree with Omar. I don't think anybody is ducking Devin. Devin is a hell of a fighter. I got nothing but props for him. He's a hell of a fighter, but you know, a lot of things goes on behind the scene that we don't know about. You know, it's not that people are ducking him. Maybe the deal just could not be made.
Now, family.
I can smell butter biscuits all of a sudden.
Bro, now, family. You know what I didn't say on this broadcast? Because I don't like dropping names. But y'all already know I got Bill's number on my phone. Bill talks to us. I didn't want to say anything there. But you think we don't know what's going on? You think BFTB don't know what's going on? You think 78 and Black Fight Fan, KQKC, you think they don't know what's going on? You think I don't know what's going on?
Man, it must be some type of bakery. I smell biscuits, man. Butter biscuits.
Bro,
that's all I'm saying.
And I'm just listening to them talk. Now, what Jason said is true. There are things that happen behind the scenes that we don't know, but you see my face there. I was like, bro, I do know what's going on, but I'm being respectful. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be like, yo, I could call Bill. I ain't need to do all of that. But this is what I'm saying. Where is the respect for the American fighter, the black American fighter? There's none.
Through the people behind them. I'm not going to say a fighter is ducking another fighter because, I mean, if that's the case, we can say Haney is ducking Tank.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Jason. I'm asking both of you a question. I
like to see Tank against Lemachenko. I like to see.
Right.
I agree with you. There. If he calls him Lemachenko again, I'm asking both of y'all the same question. Okay. Jason, you got 3 belts.
Yeah.
Omar got the last belt. The winner between y'all become undisputed.
Right.
How do y'all figure that out?
Well, we gotta go back.
Wait, Jason.
We gotta go back to the people behind us. You know, if we got people behind us.
Hold on. There's one more belt left. There's one more belt left to undisputed.
Who are you referring to?
I'm putting both of y'all in the same scenario.
Okay, let me
Omar, you have the WBC. Jay got the IBF, the NABO. Let's say, what does it say? He got the IBF, the WBO, and the motherfucking WBA, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, y'all the last fight to undisputed.
Right.
What is the problem?
Well, I mean, see.
Wait, Jason. Wait. Who are you referring to? Who's that fight?
You have one belt left. Omar, you have the WBC.
Who has that belt?
You have the WBC.
Who are you referring to? What fight?
Holy shit. Did y'all understand what I was saying, right? Y'all understood what I was trying to say.
I heard it.
Okay. So I don't know why this was so hard. I don't understand. Lemachenko. That's what I'm calling him from now on. I'm calling him Lemachenko. But this was an extreme cap session. I'm trying to get to a specific part because they didn't get that.
Beat nobody.
Who ain't beat nobody?
Who you beat?
Yeah.
All right, brother. I got you locked in, brother. Thank you. I got you locked in, brother.
Yeah. Give you a belt here. You're the champion now.
Right. I agree with you. Haney didn't beat nobody for the WBC.
No, hold on.
He didn't beat nobody.
Who ain't beat nobody?
Who you beat for?
Why didn't Lomachenko give him that opportunity, but he vacated a real belt, accepted a fake one, and fought Teofimo and lost.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Drew.
Let me answer that. First of all, Lemachenko won the WBC title from a champion.
Let the record show. I'm calling him Lemachenko from now on.
Hey,
that's it.
But brother Drew, I think I don't blame him. I feel like you got to blame the zone because I feel like their little nephew was supposed to come over and fix the cable, put the zone on the TV for him, so they get to really watch Devin Haney fight. So. You know what I'm saying? Their nephew was supposed to come over and fix the cable for them because I don't think they understand. Devin Haney is a world-class fighter, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he's making a sacrifice. He's putting himself in a position where he damn near gonna have to live in Australia. He might as well get a little apartment out in Australia. Because, man, this is like some real life. You can make a movie about this, a documentary how Devin Haney had to basically damn near live in Australia to become the undisputed lightweight champion. It's just crazy.
Lemon chicken. That's what we're calling Lomachenko from now on here. We're calling him lemon chicken.
But check this out. They're going to say Lomachenko is the brave one because he was in the war.
Man, fuck that.
Yeah, take photos.
And now you see, when I said there's certain fighters, they don't need my help in promoting them. I ain't got to talk about the speed, the angles, and lemon chicken. He's already on the pedestal over here. If this is a race, when they yelled go, he was already ahead 15 steps of us. I ain't got to support that shit. He don't need my support. because he got the support of the world. He got that privilege. He understands that. You think Tyson Fury don't understand that? You think he don't understand that? You think Triple G don't understand that? Fuck that. Lemon chicken. This is crazy.
I forgot who he was. He beat for that title.
He forgot who he was. He forgot Lomachenko's this big star, but he couldn't tell me who he beat to get the goddamn belt. You see what I'm saying? But then they turned right around and said that Devin Haney didn't fight anybody. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of conversation am I having? And one thing that was reiterated for me was that it don't matter who you are, whether you was in the ring or outside the ring, it is not beyond doubt that you may not know what you're talking about. And I say that respectfully. I was having a conversation with former fighters that turned into fans that were on the outside looking in. Now, another thing I want to show y'all, I need to reiterate this. Because this wasn't the highlight. The highlight was Stormy. And if y'all not subscribed to Stormy, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But Stormy absolutely broke this down, and it bears repeating. Okay? So at the top, let's go.
Canelo. You can say what you want about Canelo, but he's fighting champion after champion after champion. You gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying to you? So when it comes, I love to see Canelo against the Toronto brother. That'll be a great fight against them all. But at the same time,
Stormy, why you laughing? Stormy,
you know why I'm laughing? I'm gonna be honest with you, Omar. Canelo is the last name you need to be mentioning right now.
Why you say that? Why?
I'll explain it. I'll explain it.
All right, Honey B, I got you locked in, brother. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
I'll explain it in these simple, realistic terms.
All right.
In this current era, he has been manufactured. He is not of the cloth of the men from your era. In no way, no means, no how. But because of the marketing, and you mentioned social media a moment ago, the manifest can persuade the public sentiment. This man came up on the name of Floyd Mayweather, who he lost to, a 36-year-old fading Floyd Mayweather. He could not beat, let alone win a round against, right? But they had the scorecards very close, as if he was really in the fight with Floyd. Has never fought another fighter with that type of style, skill set, and there are plenty contemporaries that he could face that he has totally avoided, but has embraced the opportunity to be marketed as such. They have marketed him based on a national fan base, but not for the representation of quality championship boxing. He is a figure, but he has contemporaries that are right there that have been along for the entire ride, but he's avoided them. The two Charlo twins and Demetrius Andrade are the closest thing that he could face to prove whether or not what I'm saying to you now is correct or not. But he has purposely gone in a direction to avoid these people. And even now, just like Anthony Joshua once said when people just asked if he would fight Deontay Wilder, why don't the fans fight him? He's now saying, why don't they fight each other? But you're the man, though. According to what everybody's saying, you're the one that we should be looking at as pound for pound, the face of boxing. People from your era, Omar, embraced that and showed it in the ring. Okay? hell come what may, whether you lose or win or draw. This man has fought a succession of fighters who have caved in to his demands just to make a fight with him, giving up weight clauses, giving up divisions and titles, even titles that he earned from someone that have been vacated but never wanted to contest or compete for it when the title was embraced by a different champion. I have watched boxing for as long as anybody on this panel, if not longer, and I have never seen someone accredited with so little in lack of competitive fight.
I found this here. Oh man, bless you. What's your name, man? I'm scared.
It's unacceptable because I have seen quality fighters be pushed to the wayside in likes of this. And that is disrespectful to my consciousness when I consider the sport of boxing, which is my favorite sport. And when I look back at fighters like yourself, you wonderful fighters on this panel, that man don't hold a candle to you. And they give him praise as if he's accomplished more than each and every one of you on here. That's bullshit.
But look, I understand what you're saying, right? Right. When you say fighters have succumbed to his demands, you got to look at it this way also. Mayweather was the same. Fighters succumbed to his demands. You know what I mean? Mayweather did the same thing.
Exactly.
You understand? Mayweather wanted that after when Canelo weighed in, he can't come in the next day heavier than 10% or 10 pounds heavier. You know what I mean?
What he's talking about, at least I think what he was talking about, was the weight dispute between Floyd and Canelo, and he proved Canelo to be an absolute liar. Go back and look up the weight issue. Canelo asked for something and he got it. He said he would take it at a certain way. He agreed to it. And Floyd said, fuck it, we'll do it that way. Go look it up. I forget the numbers. But Canelo tried to lie back then. It didn't work. Divine Sense in the motherfucking building. Salute. But let's continue.
And Mayweather was like, yo, look, I'm giving you, you got the opportunity to fight me. I'm giving you this amount of money. You got to be tested, which I agree with. You got to be tested whenever, randomly. He had them tested. You know what I mean? So Canelo is doing the same thing.
Courage puts a good point, Storm. Listen, everybody has their era who's on top of the sport at one time. Right now it's Canelo. But it's true what he said. When Mayweather fought a lot of people, not just Canelo, he made a lot of people do a lot of uncomfortable things.
And they made money.
He made Canelo weigh in at 150, not 54. He made Canelo not come
No.
You see?
I don't see how
you see?
did it, Drew.
You see? I was being I was being so respectful.
I know.
You see?
You can keep it respectful. It's just like, man.
God damn, it was painful, man. It was painful. But thank you, Phenomenal Mexican. It was 152. I couldn't remember the exact weight. But Canelo offered that, and then Floyd said, fuck it, let's do that. And then Canelo tried to say he ain't say that. But it was 152. And you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And these are former pros. And you see what you call it, Kirk Johnson came in and he basically shut that shit down.
Now 154, 152.
152, but he wanted to come up. There's a lot of things the man's Mayweather did. He deserved to do that because he was the top dog at the time. To fight him, you was going to make the most money. Canelo became undisputed super middleweight champ in a year and a half. He fought the very best fighters at that time. Now listen, say what you want to say about them. They were champions, right or wrong?
Robitussin nasty.
Titleists. Fighting champions and titleists are two different things. You've been in the sport. Do not come on here and speak as if there's no difference when there's totally a difference. Because how many titles were around when you were fighting, and look at how many titles are around now. Guys can pick up titles just like you pick up a fresh pair of socks, brother. Don't tell me these things. When I just gave an example of the quality fighters that are around as his contemporaries, and he has not faced them. He's faced other guys who are less quality titleists. I just gave you credit for being from an era that a guy like him could not even thrive. But he's doing it now because of the manipulations of the machine and how they go about these things. Why is there no press for you to fight those contemporaries that I just mentioned? And you got a guy like David Benavidez, who was a champion, who ended up getting the title stripped from him twice.
That's why I didn't say anything. That's why I'm saying thing. I'm talking to my brother Daryl. I knew Stormy had it under control, and when he's cooking like that, I stepped to the side. I didn't need to. You see my face up there? I already knew it. I said, I ain't got to say a fucking word. Nope. You see, me and Stormy, we could drill the same point. Don't y'all understand? This is why what we do here is so important. We could talk about the same thing and articulate it in a different manner. We could all talk about all this week, we're going to be talking about Haney-Kambosos, and everybody's going to hit a different point the same way. You dig what I'm saying? So when I have someone on here and they on a roll, I just step back and let them cook. And I knew Stormy, I ain't have to do shit. I ain't have to do shit. Stormy was cooking. But we had the titles both times. Canelo was not interested in the division. In the championship. And then once the title was stripped away, here he comes like a vulture that'll wait on a prey to die because they don't attack you when you have life in you.
But that's not his
what he comes up to do.
That's not his fault that David Benavidez couldn't make weight. That's his part of that. He had other problems.
Could he not make weight, or maybe there was something against him that allowed for these things to take place? Because Canelo said years ago he's not fighting any more Mexican fighters.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yep.
Now, just like when you were fighting in your era, you guys get wind of there's a hot young stud coming up, and this kid might be a problem. You think that Canelo didn't hear about David Benavidez? So he goes up to 175 and he fights Kovalev, a washed-up Kovalev who got a hell of a war with Anthony Yard that he should have lost the fight against Yard, and with little training camp, takes a fight with Canelo, lets Canelo knock him out, never threw punches to try to hurt or injure Canelo, got a payday, and had a court case hanging over his head that the media didn't even talk about. All of these things are suited for Canelo. But Benavidez loses on the scale and a so-called drug charge. But Tyson Fury is the current champion of the WBC. Where's his drug charge? Uh-oh! In the UK about to fight Dillian White when his license was revoked.
Uh-oh!
So tell me about the non-existence of privilege that these men are enjoying at the behoof of the black fighters that are out here that are not being given the chance at legacy, because when they get a grip of it, it's like a death hold on it.
I want you to look at everyone's face when he said that. Look at Courage. I will say that Kirk is already on point because he's had his dealings with racism. Kirk's on point. Reggie is locked in. You know, Trick is locked in. Bruce is there. You know, Bruce is that's the OG. But look at Omar goddamn got the people's eyebrow up. Because right now, he had nowhere to go. And this isn't about fussing with people. It was about making people understand what's really happening, how you can't ignore what, in our opinion, not in our opinion, was factually obvious. This is obvious. What they're doing to Devin Haney, to us, it's obvious. They can act like they don't see it. But this is obvious. And as soon as he said that, look at Stormy's face. He ain't back down from none of that. But look at my face. I'm like, there it is. I was tiptoeing around it. I knew it was going to come out. I was trying to make them say it. Well, it could be a racial thing. They wouldn't say it. Stormy had enough. When I was talking about Devin, Stormy intervened. Once it got to Canelo, nope. Look at the faces now. I said, well, here we go. There it is.
And they don't want that, so they make certain that they create avenues for these men to escape like roaches through cracks and crevices. They don't earn it in the ring. You spoke about Haney a while ago. I allowed you to go on with that. But I'm going to tell you this, brother. If a man cannot be given the opportunity to show his wares, it's easy to be dismissive of him and says he doesn't belong. How many times have we learned throughout history that the black man has to be 3 times, quadruple times better than someone that is not black because they are black? Freezing out, not having the opportunity to come out and show who you truly are. Larry Holmes once said, as long as black fighters are fighting like they are, there won't be any white hopes out here. And guess what? He was right until the black fighters started cutting corners. And now that the window has been opened up, they've made sure to shut it, okay? And now, in order to get a chance at legacy, you can't even sit at the table. There's a thing that they call NBF.
Yep.
Research it. I'm not going to share it with you. And you should know what it is. But if you don't, shame on you. Because this is somebody that watches the sport, that's into the sport, and pays attention, even when they speak at these press conferences. Like when Bob Arum said, I killed the Manny Pacquiao fight for Terrence Bud Crawford.
Yep.
Manny's a friend of mine.
Let me park right there for a moment. Family, is that not true? Look, some of us gave Bud a hard time. I am no longer on that kind of time. And in fact, you know what? I never was. I just didn't understand how he was doing business. But now, it's inevitable. What did Stormy just say? Why no Bud fight with Pacquiao? I killed the fight. Manny's a nice guy. You just killed Bud Crawford, a black fighter. How about this? Let me take it here. Because everybody got, familia. All right, well, watch this. You killed my brother, Bud Crawford. You killed, and salute to Drink More Water. I'm glad you pulled up. You killed my brother, Bud Crawford. You killed his biggest payday because you're friends with Manny Pacquiao. And then turned right around a couple of years later and said, the amount of money you lost on my brother, you could have bought a fucking house in Beverly Hills. Fuck you.
Facts.
You snatched the rug from underneath your own feet. You put the value of a friendship with Manny Pacquiao over your newest paycheck, which was Bud Crawford, who many believe is pound for pound #1 in the fucking world. And as soon as Stormy said that, look at Courage's face. Look at Omar's face. We've been saying that. Thank you, Drink More Water. Bob Arum ain't shit. He ain't shit. How soon people forget. I said, man, when I read that, he said the amount of money I lost on Bud, I could have bought a house. I said, son of a bitch, you killed the Manny fight, man. You could have broke even with that fight by itself. You stopped it. That's Bud's fault. And then when he says racism, everyone has short-term memory. I ain't ripping Bud. I know people still got some problems with him, but you know what? This ain't the time for that. This ain't the time for that. Y'all heard me saying I'm calling for an all-black Negro League of boxing. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Not when Canelo could say, hey, man, I'm not fighting no more Mexicans. Fuck you. How about Bud, if Bud said, I ain't fighting no more black fighters, y'all go crazy. If Errol said, you know what, I'd fight Bud, but I ain't gonna fight no more black fighters. Let me tell you something. This is the fight game. How you break bread with your brother is by what? Giving him a chance to earn. Now, we could fight over the 60-40 shit, and Bud could say 60-40 in my favor. All I said after a while was, them brothers need to get it done. Did I not say that? They need to get it done. I'm no longer talking about who I think wins in the fight. I need them to get it done. I need Bud and Errol to get it done. I need all these black fighters. Listen, go to 154. Errol could fight Jamel. I don't care. I want everybody to get it done and freeze out fucking Canelo. Don't give him a payday. Fuck him. Motherfuck him. And fuck old media. Fuck Dan Rafael. Dougie Fisher. All those guys. Fuck all of them. Fuck Twitter. Fuck that. It's been a war. They need to stop playing. It's been a war. So when I get on here and I talk like this, and I get monkeys filming shit and take, yo, fuck all of y'all. Keep filming it. Because y'all motherfuckers know I got a point. You ain't gotta like me, but point out when I'm wrong. Bob Arum said he lost money on Bud, but stopped the Manny Pacquiao fight. Make that shit make sense. You ain't gonna get on Bud for that. Fuck that. That ain't Bud's fault. It was your responsibility to get that shit done, and you didn't do it. How the fuck are you signing black fighters and not marketing them correctly? How the fuck you signing black fighters, but Cameron Duncan could say they have a board where you're not letting these black fighters fight these other fighters? That's real. And Omar didn't know about that. Now how the fuck we know about that? We might not be in the ring, but we got to ear to the ground. These motherfuckers don't know who we don't know. Take that shit to Dan Rafael. And be like, yo, what about the NBF rule from the WBC? I don't know what you're talking about. That's not true. That's something y'all guys invented on. And then I'll play the fucking audio. Eat that, you fat fuck. Now what? I think you're overreacting. Oh my God, I think I'm having a heart attack. Fuck you. Die slow. Don't care. So when we say we're up against the machine, this is what we're talking about. The NBF rule is real. Cameron Duncan said it. I played it for you. He said you can go to any city, USA, and ask a white person to throw a punch, and they'll throw it like a girl. That's what he said. He said you ask any black person, they'll flick a jab out like they've been fighting all their lives. You know what? We have. We're just natural talent. And when Anthony Joshua said we was naturally more talented, what they make him do? They made him apologize. Why? For saying what Cameron Duncan said? Basically, it was the same thing. Don't get mad at us when we say it. What the fuck? You ain't gotta like me, motherfuckers. Hate the truth, though. Hate the truth. Celebrate that Deontay's considering not coming back. Hate that. I mean, and rejoice in that. But what's the heavyweight division looking like now? Y'all know AJ ain't what we said he wasn't shit. He was okay, but we said he wasn't shit. Xavier, what up? We said that. He's okay, but he's not a world beater. We said that. And he proved it. Had Andy Ruiz swat him around the ring right up there in Manhattan. It happened. Now, there was some bullshit leading up to that. It happened. He got the belt back, got in there with Usyk, almost got stopped by the smaller guy. Explain that shit. Huh? He's not who y'all fucking said he was. Now y'all motherfuckers understand why we got so upset with him. He lost me when he said freeze him out. You don't do that to your brother, you asshole. We'll freeze him out. Did you say that about Povetkin? Did you say that about that caveman you knocked out? Did you say that about Usyk? You got those fights, no problem. You got those fights, no fucking problem. You couldn't break bread with your brother when it was hot. When both of y'all was undefeated, y'all could at least get a 2-fight deal. Made some history. You didn't do it. And now look, you got a fat fucking coke-sniffing drug addict about to fight another drug addict amongst other things. You got that shit going on. And you got Usyk he's basically about to whoop AJ ass again. You're gonna have Usyk versus Fury. Fury gonna win, and that's all they wanted. Don't you know these motherfuckers are symbolic? Don't y'all know that? They don't want us to pay attention to it. Oh no, it's just boxing. You're looking too deep. Yeah. When you turn around 20 years from now, they'll say Tyson Fury, undefeated, undisputed. And they're gonna say, and then 20 years after that, he's gonna be mentioned in the same sentence as Muhammad Ali. And we're gonna be old talk about no, it's not true. I gotta tell you really about this dude. Oh no, shut up. You were just some person with a YouTube channel. Were we? Were we lying the whole time? The answer is no. Fuckers.
I knew how it would end. Right. What does that mean, Bob? That Terrence doesn't deserve a chance at a legacy fight? Because that's what it is for him. Not because Manny is so much of this or that, but it's the money fight that was missing off of Crawford's ledger. So he didn't get that opportunity. Funny how when it moved and shifted to Earl didn't get it. But a man named Yordenis Ugas got it, a Cuban that nobody hardly knows. We know it who are into the sport. But Ugas got that. Not Earl, not Bud. You think that's by design or is it a coincidence? There's no coincidences in boxing. None.
Well, listen. I listen. First of all, I think Crawford is the best welterweight fighter out there. I think Crawford's problem was he was with Arum. Arum held him from fighting the other great fighters at welterweight because it came from Al Heyman and it's like you said, it's all for one. But listen, I don't think it's about a black thing or Mexican thing or white thing. I really don't, because I think
you don't have to.
No, listen. I respect every fighter. Listen, I'm not. There's not a racist.
Every fighter isn't respected, Omar.
You're right about that.
You're speaking from a personal point of view. I just dropped facts on you. I didn't speak personally. I spoke from a true point of view. If I speak my personal point of view, we would have to take the stream down.
No, how about that? I understand what you're saying.
No, you don't. But I would ask you. You see this? My name under here is Stormy B Man. Do me a favor, when you have time, go to the channel. That's the name of the channel. There's plenty of content for you. You will hear exactly what you need to hear listening to my content. This is not something where I just came out tonight and I'm doing the tap dance on a stage here, because I don't play boxing either. And I have a background in coaching and training as well. So this is not superficial. You just heard me give you honor, okay, and respect for you brothers in your era. They don't deserve the same today because they're cut from a different cloth.
Yep. And
as long as you don't, listen, as long as you don't acknowledge that first and foremost, there's no conversation to be had.
But it's not the same like before, bro. It's not the same like before. That's the bottom line. Now it's all about money. Why you say that?
Listen, y'all go ahead to my channel and salute to Art, man. He had to go. Y'all go ahead to my channel and look at that video. You understand? And this is the bullshit we dealing with. And I said all of this to ask you guys, who's the biggest scammer? George Kambosos or Teofimo? And if y'all missed it, this is Teofimo Lopez in reference to Devin Haney in 2018. Listen carefully, y'all.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is.
Do I gotta milk that up? That was 2018. You know how long I was looking for that? And again, salute the champ side. He had it this whole time. I was like, shit, I was looking for this for dumb long. Because I know I heard it. Xavier, you couldn't hear it? Who couldn't hear it? Who couldn't hear it? I'll play it again. I'll play it again. I got it turned all the way up, too. There was no sound? You didn't hear anything? All right, hold on.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all four. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight.
You see that? That was in 2018. He told us the fix was in. You don't know that, but we do. He told y'all. He told us what was up with Devin Haney and him. He told us. That was in 2018 he did that. It was all a setup. But what wasn't in the cards was him losing to George Kambosos. And then, his father's talking about Kambosos is a dirty fighter. Then he said his son's lungs didn't work. Then he said his son didn't listen to the corner. Sounds like a lot of excuses, right? Y'all know excuses. Suits being too heavy, shit like that. Excuses that he called Deontay Wilder a bitch for having excuses like that. And I'd tell him to his face or I'd slap him if I saw him in person. All of that shit. Y'all know excuses. Y'all know what excuses are, right? Right. Who's the bitch now? Who's the bitch now? Told y'all. Time reveals all truth, don't it? But is he worse than George Kambosos? I'm asking.
Come on in. Listen.
I got
all
my
the
young champion.
Big money here. Big money here. They've been talking. They know. Get out the way. Let them talk. Let bosses talk. Young bosses, man.
Dev, he said that he wants you to look exciting. He only wants exciting fights.
And I think he's going to look very exciting. I think he's going to put on a beautiful performance. But he knows what he got to do. He's not going to look over.
All due respect, why do you feel like I need to look exciting or whatever the case may be? Why not just make it happen for all the belts, no matter what?
Oh no, we're gonna do that.
Good. That's it. That's all right.
As long as
if it
makes sense.
No, of course.
And I know you already said you come to Charlotte. So that's beautiful because
I'll fight you on Jupiter if I got to.
Hey, I told Eddie if someone pulls out, I'll fight this weekend. Regardless of the cut. I'll fight this weekend, but no one's pulling out.
Do you respect Devin as a champion in your division? Do you respect him as a champion in your division?
Yes, of course I respect him. I always have respected him, and he knows how much I've respected him, and there is a mutual respect here. But if things go right, and the dotted line obviously gets signed by both sides.
Is this the true undisputed? Is this the true undisputed right here?
Look, we're going to get it done, and you know what? There won't be any more
dispute.
games or bullshit about what it is. So
why do you think Devin has been so much avoided? Why do you think he's been like one of the most avoided fighters out there?
Look, he's a talented guy. No disrespect there. That's not my business. Maybe they can't get the right fights.
Look at my interviews before the fight. I wasn't saying, Tszyu going to thrash him or nothing like that. I said, man, Tszyu don't look too good to me. I don't know if Tszyu going to win because I was talking to him. I knew how focused he was. I'm like, man, I don't know. I was actually going to go bet on him. I'm fucking pissed still to this day. No, bro, I'm pissed to this day that I didn't bet, but I had to work out, so I couldn't time it right. But man, it's all good.
Look, I was a dog in that fight, and you know what?
You know what I said though? I'm gonna make it back because we're gonna do it for the belts, and I'm gonna get all the money back.
So if Devin agrees to fight you in Australia,
I'm gonna make more.
Listen, if Devin agrees to fight you in Australia,
we gonna make it make sense.
If Devin agrees to fight you in Australia, is there any chance you'll turn it down at all?
If he agrees to fight in Australia,
yeah.
Like I said, as long as it makes sense with everything else, 110%.
I want Jupiter, but I'll fight any.
Do I need to go any further? Just the other night, Teofimo was talking about it was all set up. It was all a setup. So it's up to y'all to decide who's more full of shit. Who's the biggest scammer, Kambosos or Teofimo? Don't matter. I need Devin to go to Australia and whoop this dude's ass badly to make them reconsider that rematch. Like, you know what? Can we get a filler fight? Because I don't know. But now, yeah, Xavier, the fight signed. He signed a 2-fight deal with George Kambosos, meaning that he's not confident he's even going to win the first fight. And the third fight, he has to go through Top Rank. The third fight has to be against Lomachenko. So this is how they tied up Devin Haney. But what I'm saying is he's not tied up because these are the fights he wanted any fucking way. So now when he gets done, he'll have Kambosos twice since you put him on the pedestal, since niggas, put him on the pedestal. He'll have Kambosos twice and have Lomachenko's head on his wall. Deny the kid then. But mind you, he could have got the Lomachenko fight could have happened 2 years ago. And the Kambosos fight should have been a no-brainer by now. Tay, what up, bro? But that's my time, man. I got to get the fuck out of here. I got shit to do. The fight party's on. Y'all head over to Trill right now. And I will see y'all in the morning. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Painful Excellence podcast. We're not cooking tonight. We will be cooking tomorrow night, though. I guarantee you that. Well, you know what? Let me not say that because my work schedule been bugging. But just subscribe to the channel, and I'll put the link in the chat for y'all. Subscribe to the channel. It's not a boxing channel at all. Adult conversation and real life situations discussed with class, and we're going to learn from each other. We have a lot of fun over there. A lot of fun. So there you go. You know what I mean? So you already know what it is. Head over to the fight party. I'll see y'all in the morning. Bronx on deck.
Move!